Jessica Frost-Ballas here with a video for Honeybee Stamps. Today I'm sharing a Distress Oxide ink stamped and smooshed watercolor Christmas card. So let's get started. I'm using the Winter Watercolor floral set, and first I ink up the flowers with worn lipstick Distress Oxide ink and the berries with festive berries. I spritz the ink once or twice with water and then stamp them onto Distress watercolor cardstock. I repeat the process once more to get a solid inking. Two of the flowers are inked with festive berries instead of worn lipstick for even more contrast. Next, I apply a tiny bit of festive berries Distress Oxide ink to the center of the flowers, spritz it with water, and use a baby wipe to soften the ink edges. Then I stamp it over my pink flowers. I decide that the festive berries didn't have quite enough contrast, so I repeat the process with aged mahogany Distress Oxide ink. I stamp the flowers and berries on several sheets of watercolor cardstock, so I have a variety to choose from later. Next, I stamp the leaves and foliage from the Winter Watercolor set. I use Uncharted Mariner and chipped sapphire with spritzes of water to soften the edges. Once I finish stamping all the flowers and leaves, I let the panels dry completely and then die cut them with the coordinating dies. Next, I take a piece of scrap stamp packaging and randomly smoosh Uncharted Mariner and chipped sapphire Distress Oxide ink over the plastic. I spritz the plastic thoroughly with water and shimmer spray, and then use my finger to blend the colors and get rid of any harsh lines. I carefully turn the panel over and press it to a piece of watercolor cardstock. I let the ink soak in for a few seconds before lifting the plastic. Then I dab spots of ink around the panel until I'm happy with the coverage. You could use acetate for this, but I like the stamp packaging because it's not as sturdy and gives me more ability to control the ink. I let the panel dry and then splatter it with white gouache. Once the gouache is dry, I arrange my florals on the panel. Off camera, I die cut a few pine sprigs from the Lovely Layers candy cane die set from gold glitter cardstock and tuck those around the flowers. I use a piece of present seal and press it over my arrangement. This allows me to lift up the entire arrangement all in one solid piece. I apply A2G adhesive and liquid glue all over the back of the arrangement, and then carefully lift the plastic and adhere the arrangement to the Distress ink smooshed background. I carefully pull up the press and seal and then use liquid glue to adhere any loose bits like the berries. Next, I splatter the entire panel with metallic gold paint and let it dry. While it's drying, I stamp a sentiment from Holiday Blooms onto black cardstock and heat emboss it with gold embossing powder before die cutting it with the coordinating die. Once the panel is dry, I adhere it to a top folding card base and add the sentiment with foam mounting tape to finish the card. I love the loose and relaxed look of this card, and I also love that I could never quite repeat the same design, as the backgrounds will always be a little different. I have flowers and foliage left over, so I think I'll ink smoosh a few more panels to use them up. And that's it! You can find more information on the products I used in the YouTube description below. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, I'd love for you to give it a thumbs up and leave a comment. Be sure to subscribe to the Honeybee Stamps channel for even more crafty inspiration. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, have an amazing day and happy crafting. Bye!